Hello guys, it's Emilia here and welcome to the second part of my bullet journal setup. So we have a lot to cover, and just a quick recap. If you haven't watched the first video, you can of course see it down below in the description. If you don't want to watch it by any reason, I don't know, because you're lazy or you don't want to learn new stuff, I'm just gonna brief you really quick. So in the first video we did our name tag page, we drew a bit, and then on the back side we also did a drawing. Then we did a dashboard, also the index page, the well-being page, and finally our calendar. If you want to learn more about each of those pages, just check out the link in the description. So now we're going to continue with the second part of our video. Let's begin. So today we're going to focus more on the birthday page, books, where have I been page, goals page, and finally the trackers. So I'm gonna start with the birthday page being the first one in this video that I'm going to do, and I may say that this is one of the most precious pages that I have relating to my connection, to my friendships with my friends. Why, you may ask? Well, we all have Facebook, probably we all live in the era of Facebook where you literally have a notification when your friend has a birthday. But the thing is that in this specific page, I'm writing the birthdays of my closest friends and also family, because in this way I feel connected to my friends and not connected to Facebook, reminding me when my friends have birthday. And I really like this because I put effort, which makes me really happy of myself, to be honest. So in a nutshell, that's the page. You can of course decorate it or organize it as you like. I had different birthday pages in the past few years, so you can check out my Instagram profile or my past videos. However, the look that I like the most is this circular thing. Usually in the middle I draw a cake with 12 pieces, of course, each for each month, but I decided to try something different this time, and as you noticed, I really like the sea theme journal for the start of the year, so I decided to do a sea snail. Not sure what is that, but I really like how it turned out at the end because it's one of the few minimalistic things in my journal. So basically, at first with a pencil I outlined where I want the lines to be, and then with watercolor I started drawing them bit by bit. I say bit by bit because I'm basically layering. As you can see right now, I'm not doing everything all at once. I just do first layer, I do the entire spiral with this layer, and then I do it again, and in this way at the end we achieve this really simple like blue shades. And after I finish the spiral, I add a bit of sand around, and the sand is not that much of a sand, but like the color of the sand. And I'm really proud of myself when I not overdo the page with some colors, because if you have been here in a while, you know that I have problem with staying minimalistic. I really like to do my journals extra, and I'm really trying to get out of my comfort zone. Not everything happens as I plan. You're gonna see my books page in just a few minutes ahead. It's miserable according to minimalistic design. Oh, again, back to the birthday page, and why I think that this page is really important. A few years ago, I read a study about happiness. The interesting thing was when asked, people almost always reply with money. Yeah. Of course, money always makes happiness more easier because, you know, it's really hard to be sat on a private yacht in the middle of the ocean than in your small room, probably. Money are not everything. I know it sounds cliche, people, but hear me out. That study actually discovered that something that makes people the most happy are connections. Connection with friends, connections with your family. And this doesn't mean that introverts are not happy. I mean, introverts are just those people that need only one or two really quality connections to be happy, and extroverts like me, for example, we always like to have more connections because I don't know, it's just how we are. But yeah, that study proved that connections are really important, and that's why I think the birthday page it's that important because I feel like I'm doing something to remember my friends. And actually, when I say to my friends, hey, hello, happy birthday, they're really happy. And when I tell them that I knew their birthday because I wrote it in my journal, they feel really special. And they're special. It's not about like lying somebody that they're special and they're not. They're really special for me. Of course, I'm not writing here the entire Facebook friend list that I have, which is a lot. I truly need to scale it down at some point. More and more people, by the way, in my friendship circle decided to remove their dates from Facebook because of course you don't want unwanted spam from random people. Hey, happy birthday, people that you haven't seen in like ages. So more and more of my friends decided to remove their dates from Facebook, me included. I don't have my date in like more than 10 years. So basically people don't know when is my birthday if I don't tell them. And that's amazing because again, they remove their birthday and still somehow they have a call from me. And again, I say this is about close friends. So yeah, I think that page is amazing and I think more people should have it in their journal. It just really brings the best of everybody. And here you can see really close how I write the dates and also the months. Basically, I have one field for 1 month and then I put the number, the day of the birthday and the name of the person that is born on this day. And yeah, in a nutshell, that's it. I really like how this page turned out. It's really minimalistic, guys. Enjoy it while you can, because in the next page I don't know, I threw up on the page with colors and no sense. So continuing to the next page, it's my books page. And as never, like before, I decided to do my books page with only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books. Because I want to read like only 1 book per month. Yeah, I know, loser. Most people have goals like 52 books per year. And this was me last year and the year before that and the year before that. But I started to realize that I love reading books, but reading books is not my main passion, which means that really often I find myself doing one of my other hobbies, but not reading a book. And I thought that there is no point to have that much space for books. Furthermore, this page right here, I'm using it only to track books that I have already read for this year. So just to make the whole scheme more clear, usually if I like some book and I want to record it somewhere so I can read it later, I put the name of the book on my dashboard from my previous video. And when I already read this book, I put it here as a tracker. So this is more like a tracker what I have read. And by the way, in the next month or two, I plan on releasing video about my reading journal. Yes, I started a reading journal, and but I wanna like do a video when I get more used with the techniques. I wanna share the things that have worked and the things that haven't worked, at least for me. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And coming back to this page, I wanted to do it minimalistic and I wanted to make an impression like the books are half buried in the sand. It didn't happen as I expected. So at first I had planned to do something like I did with the spiral here, but I don't know what went wrong here. So basically I have this vomit of sand over my page, and I try to fix things by drawing more sand and adding colors to the books, but honestly I don't think it helped. So this is the page that I don't particularly like, but it's in my journal anyway, so I need to embrace my mistakes, as I have always said. And again, I try to fix it once more by adding some details and shadows and stuff, and it kinda did better. Oh, who am I fooling? Anyway, we all have one of these pages in our journal that we wish to just cut and forget about it. So after we finish with the books page, we have two the most important pages of my 2024 journal, and those are travel pages and goals pages. And talking about hobbies, I think traveling is my favorite hobby. Fun fact, at the time that I uploaded the first part, I was actually on a trip to South Africa. I was in Zambia at the moment, and we traveled in 6 countries there, so people, meet people, and it was lovely. So yeah, let's talk more about those 2 pages. I have Where Have I Been page on the left, where I write the countries that I visited, and on the right are my goals for the year. It's not a coincidence that I put those 2 pages together, because one of my main goals in life is to travel and to meet people and to see different cultures. And you can see how I put the goals on the right. So literally I have my motivation on the left and the ways to achieve it on the right. Usually my Where Have I Been page is always different depending on the theme that I chose. And this time, as you can guess, it's marine life, so I draw myself as a diver. It was a bit challenging, but I used this Pinterest drawing that I kind of decided to copy or redraw it, not sure if that's the term, but yeah, it took me a while, not gonna lie, and because I got overwhelmed of drawing details and stuff, I wanted to do a bit of watercoloring, so I decided to flip on the right page and start doing my goals. So the goals, I always like to do them in different colors. I don't know why, it helps me distinguish the different fields of my life that I need to fight for and I need to evolve somehow, or just... So I always split my goals into 4 main categories. First, I have hobby goals, personal goals, skills, and professionals. Long time ago, I decided to categorize them in those 4 columns, because really often it happened that when I think about my goals of the year, I think only about pleasure goals. I mean, like expanding my YouTube channel, for example, or doing reading journal, or visit 2 new countries. I mean, those are all hobby or personal goals, but actually it's pretty good to have also professional goals and skills. So that's why I decided to divide each of the fields, so in order to not miss any of the goals and to actually brainstorm a bit more what I want to achieve in each of these fields. It's really important for me. And because the fields are that different from each other, I always strive to do them in different colors. As you can see now, I am doing kind of like colorful coral reef around the goals, and the professional are gonna be in yellow, the skills are gonna be in this kind of reddish thingy, professional are gonna be purple, and hobby is green. No meaning about the colors, I just like 4 different colors, that's it. And more about the drawing itself here, as I want the corals to look different and to be interesting for the eye when you watch at this page, I choose a few different shades of colors. If you look at the page from above, you can notice that actually there are many repetitive shapes here. As you can see, those here are literally the same but different color and a bit of different shape. We also have this one here, and it has also a variation right here in the yellow. You can see it, yeah. And then I have those small grasses that are actually filling the empty space. And then I have those longer ones, like leaf kind of corals. Not sure if that exists in the ocean for you, but it looks nice. And then in the middle, I blend the color. So yeah, it looks more appealing, at least to me. You may say in the comments if you like this page or how I blended the colors. So it's not that hard to make that page. I think that it looks nice if you think about it. By the way, if you like this video so far, don't forget to give it a like or even subscribe to the channel. I'm posting once a month, which is only 12 times in a year, so I'm not gonna spam you a lot, and I'll be really happy to have you here in this community. So let's talk about more the different fields. Hobby goals. What I put under hobby goals? This is everything that is not a skill. So maybe I'm gonna leave hobbies for the last because they're harder to explain. First, I'm gonna start with the professional because it's more easier to understand. And the professional goals are the ones of course, connected with my profession, which is electrical engineer, which means that here, for example, I want to make a project with, I don't know, IoT, or a project with Python, Raspberry Pi, or any related to closer. Then I have skills. Skills are skills, obviously, that are truly gonna help me in my life. For example, in the past journal, as far as I can remember, I wrote skill learning Spanish. However, I didn't did that goal, but anyway, skill was learning Spanish, because this is something that is not connected with my profession, and it's not like a hobby. Well, it may be a hobby, but it's not neither professional. It's a skill that I want to learn. Or for example, learn ham radio. Literally skills that you can do. It can be a sports skill, it can be anything. Then we have personal. Personal is more like mental health, and also my all-time favorite, talk more with my family, talk more with my grandmas, because this is something that makes me feel good, makes me feel connected with my family, and it's something personal. You see, it's not a skill, it's not a hobby, it's truly not a hobby to talk with my grandma or grandpa about their adventures for 50 years ago, but I like them. I not only like them, I love these people, and I truly want them near me. So this is something personal, something like a reminder, hey, Amy, see them more. So I think that you got the idea about the personal. I also have some other personal goals that are connected with my physical appearing in the world. I may say that personal can be if you want to lose a few kilograms, or if you want to gain a few kilograms, of course. So we're now back to the hobby. The hobby is everything that is not in the rest 3 columns, honestly. Hobbies are something that I do for fun, and I do for my personal pleasure, which is actually this YouTube channel. This is truly a hobby, because I don't think about subscribers. Of course, I like when somebody subscribes and listen to my bullshit, but at the top is a hobby. I don't have plans to monetize it or to sell something. If I decide to sell something at some point connected to bullet journal, it's gonna be only because I truly enjoy that, and not because I need the money, or I want to get money from my subscribers, for example, or something. So yeah. Also hobby here, I'm gonna write visit to new countries, or visit to new places. I think something that I can write in personal is like volunteer somewhere, but I still haven't thought about the goals, honestly. I'm gonna think in the next few days about them. I just wanted to lay out the entire page here. So yeah, in a nutshell, those are the goals. I hope that you got the idea how I split them. And now we're going to turn in my Where Have I Been page, where of course I continue drawing me as a diver. And I have a little map, and right now I'm not gonna write down all the countries that I have been to. So far there are like 50 countries over 5 continents, but I'm gonna just like draw them all around the blue space here. Just probably I'm gonna share an Instagram post about that. Stay tuned and check out my social medias. Yeah, with this I think that we finished with those 2 pages. Not that much to say more. And we turn the page on with the trackers. So I add my YouTube tracker because I truly enjoy it, and I truly enjoy writing numbers and actually recording the dates that we together achieved some numbers. So for the past year I didn't achieve that much, but I was so busy. We had so much problems, in a nightmare year, to be honest. But it's interesting that at the end of 2023 I may say that I will say bye to that year with peace, and kind of grateful with the things that happened to me throughout this year. It's just, I'm grateful for the mindset that I achieved, for the people that I met, and for everything that happened, because right now I see every single shit that messed up, how I actually learned from that, and it was useful for me, and I think it's gonna be a good lesson for me to bring like till the end of my life. So yeah, thank you 2023 to make me more fightful than usual. So yeah, coming back to the YouTube channel, this is, as I said, something like a hobby, and I really like to measure, of course, how I do with my hobbies, and this is the tracker. To be honest, I don't think that I'm gonna achieve those numbers till the end of the year. However, that page is not that interesting, so I'm not gonna lose your more time with it. And we're gonna go to the left page. This is something that I do for the first time in my journal, and I'm so excited because I wanted to do it for so long, and the reason why I haven't done it is because I forget it. Yes, I'm not that smart sometimes, and I forget things that I want to put in my journal. So when did I last page, and here I'm gonna write things and when I did them last. For example, when I last did my haircut. On the left side, I'm going to write everything that I want to track, and on the right, I plan to write, for example, if I did my last haircut on 15th of January, to write 15.1, which is like for 15th of January. With this setup, something really important that I want to share is that before I start January, I actually leave 2 empty pages because, as you already know, sometimes I'm kind of stupid and I forget stuff. So I leave those 2 pages for me to have a space if I want to view something, if I want to add another tracker, or if I just want to use it for like sticky notes or something else that I need in front of my journal every single time, and not put it in the middle of the months. So yeah, I'll be happy to hear your thoughts about the different pages, which one was your favorite, and how you do them in your journal, because everybody has a different style, and I'll be really curious to see yours. Maybe in the next 2 weeks, just before Christmas, I'm gonna drop my January spread. Don't forget to check it out. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to give it a like or even subscribe to the channel. I'll be more than happy to have you here. So see you on the next video, and until then, don't forget to stay on the sunny side.